love to hear maybe your quick take on where you see things going, maybe the next 12, 18 months, maybe both for Oakwood, but also maybe the industry in general. Like, where do you see things going in the next 12, 18 months?
So, for me personally, here at Oakwood, I see that we've teamed up with BAM. BAM has done great. They're always out there, and I tell everybody that calls me, and they're like, "Hey, Sean, someone called me. They said they were your assistant." I was like, "Guys, I'm so busy. I've had to hire an assistant. Isn't that great?
Hmm.
Come and
Right.
see me. Let me show you what we have to offer to you."
Hmm.
So um, in Oakwood, I see a huge growth in one corporate events. I mean, you guys are doing phenomenal things about corporate events, and you're getting us out there when I can't get out there, and it's been a blessing to me personally. Along with you guys are getting all my marketing stuff out there. Before that was me,
Right.
and adding the marketing to everything else that I was doing. It just I didn't have time really, and so something had to be put on the back burner. 90% of the time it was the marketing or the Facebook or the website or anything like that. All
Hmm.
that got put on the back burner. So for the next 12 to 18 months, I see huge growth in Oakwood Bowl for corporate events, birthday parties, different, just everything, community events, things like that. Where you guys have booked, like you see behind me, I've got a wrong side. I've got a fundraiser that that you guys actually helped book because you contacted her and she's like, "Hey,
Hmm.
let's do a fundraiser, Sean." So I think with fundraising and corporate events and birthday parties, you guys are going to help us tremendously. Now, for the bowling industry as a whole, I think we're going to see some big changes. Just in our center alone, I can tell you that I hear, leagues are too long. We don't want to bowl for 37 weeks.
Hmm.
So I see a huge change in league play, the amount of time that they're stuck in the facility for league
Yeah.
to be open. I see that, if kids aren't put as number one when it comes to, our business, that we're going to start losing bowlers like that. So I also see as an industry turning, we're going to have to go more into a family fun center versus a traditional bowling center also, because traditional is, people come out to have fun, like we said. And traditionally, bowling is fun for those of us that like to throw a ball down a lane, but you've got to add more to it, I think.
Hmm.
So honestly, as bowling in a whole, I think we're going to have to ride the wave. And that's one of the things that I think we need to understand is 20 years ago, bowling was completely different as it is now.
Yeah.
So in 20 years, it's going to be completely different from what you and I know of as bowling. So
Right.
we're just going to have to ride the wave,
Hmm.
basically. That wave is going to treat us right or treat us wrong, depending on which side of the wave you want to ride.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a really accurate assessment. The way I think it's going to be more people who are bowling because we see a lot of people bowling, but just less competitively. I think it seems to be the way it's going, where you're gonna with the open play, you appeal to a lot more people. Maybe they don't do it as often, but that's where those other product lines come in, where you can get them to spend more, even though they visit less frequently. They're going to spend a lot more while they're there.
Correct.
Hmm.
And I like it. That's exactly what I was trying to get by.
Hmm. Right. Yeah.
The competitiveness of bowlers, it's still there, but it's slowly disappearing in some aspects.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a factor of aging primarily. I think that they're still around. It's just there's less of them coming in as going out.
My wife says that it is a commitment. It comes down
Yeah.
to commitment. Can they commit to 35 weeks to bowl in a league every week? Or
Hmm.
is that a commitment that they know they can't do? And so their commitment is I'll be out once a week, to bowl or
Hmm.
once a month with my family.
Right. Yeah. Or shorten the commitment. They'll do a 8 week commitment instead of a 36 week commitment. But a lot of times I find that they're willing to do 2 8 or 4 8s back to back, but they just want to be able to have that commitment, to the ability to say no. Just if they need
Exactly.
to opt out for one. So a lot of
Exactly.
flexibility. Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.